aka Sage the Urban Witch, and I am on for a live stream reading with you guys. Okay, we're gonna do an August predictions. Okay, who or what is coming towards you? Okay, who or what is coming towards you guys? And I have pre-pulled some cards so that we can just get right into the mix, okay? But before we do that, you guys, let me turn on my big screen so that I can see myself, okay? And I want to say happy Sunday to all of you guys out there, okay? Hope that you guys are doing well, okay? Yeah, I hope that everything is all good in your neighborhood, all right? Yeah, so let me see what type of delay we have here, you guys. Before I go ahead on and get started. And as you guys are coming in, okay, I want to remind you guys that your girl has, attention deficit. As many of you guys who have been here already know, I have to make the announcement daily. I just want to make sure that when you guys come over here, you feel comfortable, you feel welcome, and you know that if you're dropping a lovely comment or something in the chat, that if I don't see it at that time and respond, it's not that I'm ignoring you guys, but it's simply that I'm in the ethers, okay? Pulling down the messages for you guys, okay, to give you that tea that you need to set you free. However, after the read, okay, I will say hi to the chat, okay? And you guys never know when I might say this is the day that I'm going to choose a lucky subby or even just, a viewer that happens to be here at the right place at the right time. I might let you guys know that, hey, today is the day that I'm going to select a person in the chat and I'm going to answer their free yes or no oracle message, okay? So welcome you guys to the chat. Hey, Cersei, what's up? What's up? Cersei's a member of the Sage Squad, okay? What it do, boo? Hope that you're good today, okay? Yeah, so again, you guys, let me just say for those of you guys who will be coming in, and this is your first time seeing your girl, okay, on this side of YouTube, okay? Again, welcome to my channel, you guys. My name is Sage, aka Sage the Urban Witch, and I want to thank you guys in advance for your likes, your shares, and your subscribes. Also, shout out to those of you guys who are purchasing readings from your girl, okay? And leaving those very wonderful and beautiful donations via my website. I appreciate it very, very much. Okay. So yeah. All right. So yeah, guys, as I was saying, we're going to get into the August predictions. Okay. Who or what is coming towards you? What are some things that you need to know about? Okay, for this month of August. First of all, you guys, August is a power month. Okay, I hope that you guys knew that. Okay, happy Llamas for those of you guys who celebrate, the witchy Sabbaths. Okay, so this is like the season where everything that you guys have been working very diligently towards. Okay, August is the month of the first harvest, so it's like you're going to have a lot of abundance. You're going to have a lot of things coming to you. Make sure that you give to yourself first so that when you're giving in the overflow, you'll give some of the remainder to other people around you, to your loved ones. But the first fruits, okay, of the harvest goes to you, okay? So keep that in mind, okay? And happy conjuring for those of you guys who celebrate, okay, Llamas. However you celebrate, giving thanks for, your month and your season of prosperity, your month, your season of abundance, okay? And, giving thanks to your ancestors and all of those who played a part, okay? Whether they're on this side of the veil or whether they're on the other side of the veil or both, which came together in some type of co-creation with you to create something that you guys have been waiting for, working for, and have put sweat equity into. August is letting you know this is your season, baby. This is your season of harvest, okay? So happy Llamas to all of you fellow witches and wizards and high priests and high priestesses out there, okay? Those of you guys who are down with the shit like your girl Sage, and you know how to work with the seasons, okay? Work with the flow. Go with the flow instead of going against the flow, okay? You must be in alignment in order to manifest, okay? So that's a little caveat for you guys, okay? So we're going to get into it, you guys. So I already pre-pulled some cards, okay, you guys? And we're going to get into, what each card represents as far as your August predictions. Okay, so with the first card we have this is going to represent your health and wellness. We have the confidence card. Second card is the number 14, patience. We're going to talk about your career and your business for the month of August. The third card is your money and finances, and we have the card, you're going to be a millionaire before it's all over. That's a beautiful card. I can't wait to get into that. Okay, and then the fourth card we have, you guys, this is the ghost card in reverse. Okay, and this is for your love life, whether you are currently dating, whether you're currently engaged or married. Okay, this is going to cover your love life. Okay, the next card we have, you guys, is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, we're going to talk about your family life, aka your biological family, or your marital family. Okay, then the next card we have, you guys, this is going to cover your social circle, i.e. your friends, okay, your friends or your acquaintances. And this is the card, the number 11, balance in reverse, okay? And then the next thing we're going to cover, you guys, we're going to cover what's hidden, what's hidden behind the ethos that you guys need to know about. That's good. It's a good thing that you guys need to be aware of that's coming down the pipe, okay? Yeah, and this is the card copycat, okay? Now, it looks kind of interesting, as this is the card that was pulled, that this is going to represent what's hidden that's good. But as I'm getting into the ethos, it's going to make sense, okay, as I pull down the channel downloads, okay? All right. And then the last card we have, you guys, is over here in the cut, okay? And it was in reverse, okay? It's I want to be you. I want to be you. It's in reverse. And this is, what's hidden that's not so good, okay? All right. So, having said that, guys, we're going to get into it, okay? So, first, we're covering your health and your wellness. And again, we have the card confidence, okay? So, in the month of August, dear one, I'm hearing from Spirit that a lot of you guys are going to be feeling very, very confident about a lot of work that you guys have put in towards your health and your fitness, whether that be physical health and fitness, mental health and wellness, emotional health and wellness, okay? A lot of you guys have recognized that, you're a lot more grounded now in the month of August than you were in previous months. So there's been a lot of things that you guys have been doing quietly behind the scenes, okay? A lot of you guys have been working on, your diet regimen, what you're eating and consuming, what you're drinking, okay? As far as, physical health, also, I'm hearing a lot of you guys have been incorporating more movement, okay, into your daily routine, okay? I'm seeing people walking. I'm seeing people do yoga, okay? I'm seeing people do stretching, okay? So that has really, really benefited you guys. And for a lot of you guys, where if you come from a bloodline or family that is typically plagued by a lot of health issues, okay? I'm hearing that a lot of you guys have broken some type of cycle. So for example, if you have, asthma or cancer or high blood pressure or heart attacks or something like that is running through your family, I'm hearing from Spirit that your ancestors had hipped you guys a long time ago, that, what is ailing your bloodline, that you were supposed to be the one that was coming along to break it, and that broken cycle would start with you. So a lot of you guys have done that, and in the month of August, it's really going to show, okay? It's going to show to you yourself that you've put in a lot of hard work, and it's showing off, and it's also going to show to those on the outside looking in at you, okay? And also for some of you guys, some of your family members, some of the people that are still suffering from some of those ailments and some of those diseases, okay? In the month of August, I'm hearing from Spirit, if there was anything that you guys were suffering from, okay, in a matter of a physical ailment, in a matter of, some type of stress, mental anguish, anxiety, insomnia, PTSD, things of that nature, okay, I'm hearing from Spirit that literally you guys are going to get some type of good bill of health, okay? In other words, it's like, it's almost as if saying, your ancestors are saying, job well done, because they have seen you guys working, towards, eliminating things that, were no good for you, okay? Sugar, alcohol for some of you guys, smoking for others of you guys, okay? For others of you guys, worrying too much, putting too much on your plate, things that were taking a toll on your mental and on your physical well-being. Okay, in the month of August, it's like you guys are going to get that, that good sign that, hey, what I've been doing is working. Now I'm confident that I know what I need to do. I know what I need to incorporate in order to stay on this trajectory of, health and wellness. But I also know what to eliminate in order to, keep my peace and to, keep my stress to a minimum. Okay. So in the month of August, I'm hearing from Spirit, those of you guys who have been putting in the work to really work on yourself, to really focus on yourself, okay, I'm hearing job well done and keep up the good work, because whatever you have been doing has really caused you guys to become very much so grounded, okay, very much so stable, okay, and this is good in every area of your life, but particularly for your physical and your mental health and well-being, okay. So that's a little bit of the tea, you guys, for your August predictions regarding your health and wellness. Someone may have an upcoming doctor's appointment, okay, and perhaps you may have gotten a scare and you're going to do a follow-up, maybe like it was a 2-week follow-up, it was a month, 30-day follow-up, or whatever the case may be, where your physician had challenged you to do certain things, okay, according to, what they wanted you to do in order for that particular ailment to be healed, okay, or for it to be healed enough to the point where you guys can move on to step 2 or step 3 of some type of healing or some type of things that you guys are putting into place. And I'm hearing from Spirit, dear one, in the month of August, I'm hearing good news. I'm hearing, good bill of health. You have done what needed to be done so that you are headed toward the trajectory of health and wellness. And whereas there was one particular issue that you may have been a little bit, frightened about, a little bit scared, a little bit nervous, okay, because we're all human, and when we have to go and get our regular checkups for whatever it is, this or that or that or this, okay, there's always a little something in the back of our head, okay, oh, what if, okay, Spirit, I know you with me, okay, we gonna have this just be a normal routine, and we gonna be in and out, and it's gonna be all good, okay. But I'm hearing from Spirit, for those of you guys where you're waiting on that good bill of health and you were very worried, okay, all signs are pointed to positive movement. All signs are pointed towards it's all good, okay, and all signs are pointed to keep up the good work, okay. So that's for those of you guys where that message resonates, okay. Now let's get into, you guys, your career and your business, okay? What's coming through for you guys for the month of August, okay? Again, we have the number 14, patience, the number 14, patience, okay? So I'm hearing from Spirit, dear one, whatever it is that you guys are working on, whether it be, your corporate job, whether it be, a side hustle, whether it be a full-fledged business, okay? Whatever it is, dear one, okay, that has something to do with you guys creating income, okay, and to take care of yourself, okay, being able to make sure that your first and your 15th is taken care of, okay, being able to make sure that your lights and your water and your electricity and all of that good stays on, okay. I'm hearing from Spirit there is something that you guys are working on, and Spirit is saying it's not that it's not going to come through, it's going to happen, but you have to have a little bit more patience, because I'm hearing from there are some things that are being worked on behind the scenes. When you have a blessing that's coming towards you, but when it also has to do with a lot of other people, and that blessing and that approval and those next steps have to go through certain hands, like chess pieces on the chessboard, like tick, 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 tick. It requires patience, okay? Because, even though that opportunity is for you, it still has to be approved on the 3D level, even if it has already been approved on the spiritual level, okay? Because Spirit has to work through vessels, has to work through people, and so sometimes it could be a little bit of delay, right? But I'm hearing from Spirit that there's something that you guys have been waiting on as far as your career, perhaps career elevation, perhaps you guys waiting for your business to take off and to really hit in terms of getting more clients and customers, or getting your marketing and your branding together, getting some more ideas together and things of that nature. For some of you guys deciding that, you know what, I have a lot of skills to pay the bills. I don't have to simply just rely on this particular 9 to 5. And matter of fact, I'm ready to pivot. I'm ready to move on because, I feel as though, I'm at a dead end where there's no opportunity for advancement. There's no opportunity for me to get a raise or promotion, or I'm just simply tired of dealing with these crazy ass people on this job that's getting on my nerves. Okay. So some of you guys, a part of your what's coming towards you for the month of August, for those of you guys who are courageous enough, who are getting ready to bet on yourself, and you're either trying to make a pivot, a lateral move, whether it's from one department to another, or one company to another, or from one company to you just want to, travel and do freelance work or remote work, or whether you're just going from, I'm just going to bet all on myself, just throw it all in and, erect this business. And, if I need to, I'll get a side gig or something part-time, but I want to invest full-time in myself. Okay. Whatever that situation is and however it looks regarding your career and or your business, Spirit says don't give up, because at the first sign, when you're planting seeds, okay, you still have to overcome your mindset of, how it used to be when you were in a certain situation. But as you're moving through and coming out of that old situation to a new situation, not only does the 3D reality have to shift, but your mind, your paradigm has to shift at the same time. Okay. And so that's going to take some time. It's going to take some time for those of you guys who are ready to make that lateral move, come through Spirit, and to bet on yourself, where, perhaps for a long time you had been, comfortable with just getting, that bi-weekly check. Okay. And, you got comfortable, even though you knew deep down inside that there was more for you to do, more for you to create and to accomplish. Okay. It's going to take a little bit more time. You have to be patient with yourself. You have to give yourself grace. Okay. To make that mental shift, because it's going to go beyond, I think I can. So now you got to put all of the steps in place to, make it so that on the outside, you're going beyond thinking it, you're knowing it, because you have your ducks lined up in a row to get it. You understand what I'm saying? So Spirit is saying a lot of you guys are on different levels. Okay. But I'm hearing that, if you don't give up and, use practical steps, okay? I'm hearing write the vision, make it plain, okay? Really look at practically how you can get from point A to point B, okay? This world of spirituality and manifesting is very, very real. But it's not spooky woo-woo that, you can just sit back cross-legged and say, I'm just going to wait for this opportunity, this blessing, this multiple streams of income to come to me. Well, you're going to be waiting for a long time, okay? Because even the sacred text says that, if a man don't work, a man don't eat. So you got to work, okay? Yeah, you got to do something, okay? Come through Spirit. And then it also says, faith without works is dead. So you can have the vision and you can call yourself, calling it in through the law of attraction, through manifesting. But honey, if you didn't put no work in there, the groundwork, if you didn't put in no sweat equity, that opportunity, that business, that brand deal, okay, that industry collab, okay, that audition to get this part or that part, okay, you making that lateral move, okay, you starting that nonprofit, okay, you getting that hair business, that makeup business off the ground, that's going to take some background work. Yeah, that's going to take some work. That's going to take some organization, some structure, some analyzing, some synthesizing, some of this and some of that, okay. But Spirit is saying, dear one, in the process, Rome wasn't built in a day. And, when you're trying to do something big and bold that that you were called to do, understand that you're going to have some conflict. Yeah. You're going to have some, some friction. You're going to have some resistance, because you always have people that are more invested and they can have more of a profit off of you from keeping you in a state of lack and keeping you where you were. rather than having you to move forward. Okay, so that is why Spirit is saying, everything on the outside, sometimes, things are not what they seem. Sometimes it's not happening, and it's not because you're a failure. It's not because you don't have what it takes, but it's because there are a lot of moving parts in the background. Come through, Spirit. And so whatever it is that you want in the area of your career and business is going to take a little bit of patience. Okay, be patient with yourself. Be patient with the process. Be patient that you might have to make a few mistakes. You might have to pivot. It may not be a straight shot, a straight line. You might have to zigzag. But if you don't stop, if you don't give up, you're gonna get there. Okay, you're gonna get there. You're gonna bypass the glass ceiling. You're gonna bust through that. You're gonna bypass all of the conflict. You're gonna be able to work around that. Okay, you're gonna bypass, oh, this didn't work the way that I thought. Okay, well, go back to the drawing board and look at what you did. Okay, you should have did something else. So now you know what to do. Go back and do it again. Come through, Spirit. So a lot of you guys, it's like you're going to be really streamlining and fortifying whatever your plans and your goals are that you have on your heart to get to a certain place, okay, to leap forward into something that is going to cause you to become very successful regarding your career and business. And in the month of August, the plans are going to become more clearer. The way is going to be made more straight, okay? Your mind in terms of what you want and seeing, all of the resources before you and all of the options before you is going to become more clear in the month of August. So, maybe previous months, you were a little afraid, there was that procrastination. Maybe, you were hanging too much around naysayers and Debbie Downers, okay? Maybe you were in the wrong environment. You were surrounded by haters and not one or two people were speaking into you and encouraging you. Well, in the month of August, a lot of that has been cleared. So now the hard part is you believing in yourself, but also giving yourself enough grace to know that there are a lot of moving parts. There are a lot of hands in the mix in terms of, something that you are going for as far as a successful career or business, or making some type of pivot or lateral move that's best for you and your family. And it's going to take a little bit more patience, but it's coming, okay, is what I'm hearing from Spirit. So that's a little bit of something, you guys. That's the tea as far as, your August predictions as far as your career and your business, okay? All right, so now the next card we have, you guys, is your money and your finances, okay? And I just chuckled when this card just randomly flew out as I was channeling, I was meditating and pre-shuffling for today's read, okay? It says you're going to be a millionaire before it's all over. And also, Spirit is saying this is also piggying back where whatever you're doing as far as you're going to become a millionaire, it's going to have something to do with your career business, something that you're creating with your hands, with your mind, okay? It's not like this money is going to come out of the sky. It's not like I'm not hearing from Spirit that for those of you guys where this resonates, it's not like you're going to marry into millionaire status, or it's not like you're going to get some big settlements from some type of accident or some type of wrongful this or wrongful that, for those of you guys where this message resonates. But you're going to become a millionaire before it's all over because of some type of work that you're doing that has something to do with your purpose, that has something to do with your path, your life work. So you're going to have to put hands into that. It's going to require some sweat equity, and be patient because it's also going to take time. For those of you guys where you're going to be the first in your family to be a millionaire, that's generational wealth that you're going to build, okay? So to build that wealth where not only are you set, but your children or your child is going to be set, and then their children or their child is going to be set, and so on generationally. That takes time. But it's not to say that it's not going to come, but you have to be patient. You have to have everything in alignment, okay? But I'm hearing from Spirit as far as your money and your finances, okay? If it looked like, oh my God, I just feel like I'm so tired of every time the first rolls around, I get nervous, I get scared because I feel like I'm always having to, shuffle things around and, rob Peter to pay Paul. I always have to maybe call somebody that I don't want to call and, ask for a favor, ask for, a loan, ask them to front me. Hey, bro, what's up? Can you front me, homeboy, for such and such a time until I get my next check, for this to come through, for that to come through. A lot of you guys may feel as though, well, I've been hearing, and I got a word, I got a prophecy a long time ago that there was something special about me, that I was destined to be somebody, and that I was going to be wealthy, and I was going to be able to take care of not only myself and my family, but generations. But I'm not seeing that reality now. But Spirit is saying, do not despise humble beginnings, okay? Number one. And then number two, all is not what it seems, okay? Everything that you see in a 3D reality is not a total reflection of your future and who you are to become, okay? That's why a lot of times you must, see things through faith and not through your 3D eyes, okay? But I'm hearing from Spirit that for most of you guys where this message most resonates, and I'm hearing 7 out of 10, because 7 of you guys, you're going to pick up that word, because this is going to be a confirmation to you. It's nothing new other than, this is not your first time hearing that you're going to be a millionaire, whether you may have heard it from someone back in the day when you were still a Christian or still a Muslim, or when you were into religion versus spirituality, or maybe some person that you thought was strange. You had no idea that that person was a shaman, okay? You had no idea that that person was a high priest or a high priestess, and somebody looked you dead in your eyes and said, baby, there's something special about you. I want you to take care of yourself. Before it's all said and done, you're going to be wealthy. Before it's all said and done, this and that, and da-da-da-da. And you may have looked at that person and said, the strangest thing happened to me, y'all. This strange old lady or this strange old gentleman said this and said that. I don't know. I never seen this person before. It looked like the person could have been homeless. It looked like that person could have been out of their mind. It looked like that person could have been a wino or something. I don't know. And then you let it go on one end out the other, and you had no idea that you were talking to a shaman, okay? Spirit had touched that individual, that vessel, so that they can give you that word that would be a seed planted inside your soul for you to always remember that, despite the fact when you were going to have a lot of situations of, being down and out, a lot of situations of lack. Some of you guys, I'm hearing from Spirit, situations of you being in between homes, aka homeless, okay? Living in your car, living in a hotel, living on your homeboy's couch, okay? Living on, your baby mama's sofa, and hoping that she don't kick your ass out because y'all really don't get along, okay? Or whatever the case may be. And you would always kind of, from time to time, look at your situation and say, I don't know where the hell I heard this from, that I'm supposed to be chosen, and I'm supposed to be a millionaire, and I'm supposed to be this, and I'm supposed to be that. Yeah, and I'm over here, I don't even have my own house with my name on the deed or my name on the lease. I don't even see how the hell this gonna happen. I'm 30, okay? How much more time do I have to see the money? Show me the money. But again, Spirit is saying, be patient, okay? It's a part of your destiny. It's going to happen. And before it's all said and done, dear one, you're going to be a millionaire before it's all over, okay? So you can't forfeit promise. You can't forfeit what was being told to you, regardless of what it may look like now. But Spirit is saying in the month of August, things are going to begin to come together. Things are going to begin to make sense, okay? Doors that were once shut is going to begin to open. And you're going to find that, oh, this is leading to that. Or what happened to me back then is really strengthened me for me to go through this situation and to get over it quickly, and this led to that. So you're going to see that everything that you went through, dear one, it was not in vain. Every little piece of the puzzle was being put together to all lead you to, in your own way, in divine timing, for you to be that millionaire before it's all said and done, okay? This is also why Spirit is saying, for those of you guys where this message resonates, you got to make sure your health is together, baby, because wealth is also not only about material possessions and finances and stability, but it's also about health. Now, what that look like if you're going to have money and be a millionaire, but you're not going to have the health to enjoy it, okay? So it's like a full total package, okay? You have to be in good health. You have to have your vessel very strong, because you're going to have to work and put forth that sweat equity so that when it's all said and done, you're going to be that millionaire. You're going to hook up yourself, your family, your family's family, and so on and so on. I'm talking about multi-generational wealth. And this is not the type of health that happens overnight. This is not the type of wealth and health where it's going to be you winning the lottery or you getting into an accident and getting a settlement, okay? Yeah, it's going to be, where this status of wealth, of you leveling up, is not going to happen from the result of a crisis. Come through Spirit, the result of a death or a result of someone's untimely demise or situation, okay? It's going to be all good in the neighborhood. It's not going to be like, quote unquote, blood money, or you got that money because, somebody got in a major accident and got sued, or there was a wrongful death, or there was a this, there was a that, or it was some type of somebody stole your will, something put you out of the will, stole something that was supposed to be yours, and now all of a sudden you're getting it back. No, I'm hearing from spirit, this is going to come from your hands, your work, okay? Because as you put that equity into it, spirit knows, dear one, that it's going to be very difficult for you to have someone snatch that from you when you have invested so much time, blood, sweat, tears, and equities into that thing. And for a lot of you guys, where you're destined to be a millionaire, this is how it's going to happen. Because for some of you guys, because you're so nice, some of y'all, spirit said too nice, for some of y'all, because you're too trusting, because you're too loyal, be patient, because spirit going to work on y'all about that, okay? But because you were so trusting, so believing of other people that you shouldn't have been trusting and believing in, spirit couldn't make it so that you can get the money any other kind of way, because it would be snatched from you. It would be taken from you. You would have been harmed in order for someone to get that money. You would have been snuffed out for somebody to get that money, to get your promise, to get your blessing. And that's why what's coming to you, you're going to have your hands all up in it, from the seed stage, the beginning stage, all the way until it comes into full fruition. Your name, your sweat, your blood, your tears, your faith, your hope, your prayers, your manifestation energy, your rituals, all of that is going to be put into that. So, it's going to be very, very difficult, dare I say impossible, for whatever that spirit is preparing you guys for, and he is saying be patient. It's going to be very difficult for someone to steal that from you, to try to snatch it from you, to try to harm you in order to get it. Because whatever it is that spirit has for you, honey, it's got your name all on it, and can't nobody else wear it. This is custom made. This is a tailor made, custom made type of blessing, where you're going to be a millionaire before it's all over. And a lot of this is going to begin to make sense to you guys in this month of August, in terms of people that you're going to talk to, messages that you're going to hear, downloads that you're going to receive from spirit, either through the dream realm or just a straight download, okay? And you guys are going to begin to put all of the pieces of the puzzle together and begin to work that thing out, okay? It's happening now, okay, is what I'm hearing from spirit, okay? So this is just a confirmation for some of you guys. That word that was planted inside of you long time ago, it needed to be erected. There needed to be some water placed on it to bring it back into fruition, to make it come into bloom, okay? And that's what this message is all about. This should be a confirmation for those of you guys where you have heard a long time ago that there was something very special, very different, very unique about you, and that you would be the one, okay, to make a difference, okay? This is for you. This is your tea, okay? All right. And so for those of you guys for the love life and the dating and or marriage, okay, the next card we have, you guys, is Ghost, okay? Ghost in reverse. And I'm hearing from spirit that, okay, as it relates to your love life, a lot of you guys are realizing that whereas before you may have felt invisible, you may have felt stuck and stagnant, like, you go out, you hang out, and you feel like you looked over, you feel like you're invisible, like people don't see you, oh, the mud ducks see you, the gutter rats see you, the people that you're not interested in, that janky ex that don't know how to leave you alone and let you go and keep keep your name out of his or her raggedy ass mouth. Oh, they see you. But you felt like, up until now, dear one, the people that were resonating, on your same frequency, where you guys had something in common, people that, really were lighthearted and had a heart like you couldn't find those people, okay? But I'm hearing in the month of August that you're going to be popped out more. I'm also hearing in the month of August there was some type of cloaking spell that was placed over you guys to make you guys almost appear to be invisible, where a lot of high vibrational people, friends, and potential suitable lovers, they could not find you, okay? You all were close some type of energy where it's kind of like, people will look at y'all and say, that person looks attached. It looks complicated with him. It looks complicated with her. I don't want to get involved in that. It had that type of energy on it. And some of you guys, you may have been feeling that, but you weren't able to really verbalize it and put it into words, okay? But in the month of August, yeah, it's going to become very clear, boo, that whatever type of cloaking spell, binding spell, whatever type of love work that was placed on you to block you guys from love or to keep you binded to some raggedy, janky ass mofo, okay, that has been lifted. And so in the month of August, it's like you guys are going to step outside, then all of a sudden, like, everybody going to see you. You know, people going to be like, hey, how you doing? Beautiful. Hey, how you doing, queen? Hey, how you doing, king? You know, you looking good today. Happy Sunday. You were like, damn. Well, hey, how you doing? Okay, come through, spirit. And so that is going to begin to happen to you guys, because it's literally like there has been a shift in your energy. And this applies to the divine masculines and the divine feminines, okay? You divine masculines, some of you guys are going to wake up in the month of August and you're going to be like, you know I got a lot to give, but I'm ready to just settle down and give it to one person. I'm ready to find my queen. I'm ready to find my princess, okay? Yeah, you know, I done played with these mud ducks. Now I'm bored, okay? And, you know, they all in my pocket. You know, they all in my mind. And it's like the more I be with them, the emptier I feel. You know, I'm going to turn over a new leaf, okay? I'm hearing from spirit that in the month of August, a lot of you divine masculines, you guys are waking up, okay? Like the scale has been removed from your eyes and you're saying that, you know what? Day by day, as I wake up and do this and do that, I still find myself in the same position, in the same place. I'm further and further from where I want to be. I want a wife. I want to be a husband. I want to be a father. I want to build a legacy. Come through, spirit. And in the month of August, it's all going to be made clear. As you know, now people that match your vibes, sir, they're going to be able to find you because you're no longer invisible. Somebody did some janky juju. Somebody may have had you eat some special type of spaghetti. Oh, if you know, you know. They might have had some secret sauce in that. Okay? And you couldn't figure out, damn, why can't I get rid of this goddamn woman? I know she no good for me. I don't want to be bothered with her ass, but goddamn, she could throw it down. But see, when it was all over, you still back at square one, bruh. Okay, well, in the month of August, it's like I'm hearing from spirit, the scale are going to be removed from your eyes. And it's like all of a sudden you're going to see, you know, yeah, baby mama was always feeding me and shit. I thought she was just being nice. Her ass was, you know, she was hemming me up, goddamn it. Yeah. Now I see that every time I let her come over Netflix and chill, you know, I would be further and further from where I'm trying to be. Yeah, that chick, goddamn it, she got me, man. She ain't gonna give me this time, though. She ain't gonna give me this time, okay? Yeah. So now, in the month of August, come through, spirit, you guys are going to be seeing, oh, I see where I went wrong, and I see how people were playing on my top. But now I know who I am. I know what I want, and I'm gonna put my foot down because it's time for a change. It's time for a new day, okay? So people, dear one, once you guys have made that declaration, particularly for the fellas out there, you're going to find that people, women, or even if you into same sex, same sex, all sex, it all applies. You guys are going to find that the gentlemen and the women are going to notice you now. And they're going to step to you now and say certain things to let you know that you're being seen. They're going to compliment you. They're going to be, you know, around you and your energy so that you can notice them and say hi and spark up a conversation. Whereas before you just felt like you was invisible, like you was a ghost, okay? Well, I'm hearing from spirit, the spell has been lifted, okay? Come through, spirit, and you're no longer a ghost, okay? Yeah. Also, for one particular person I'm hearing from spirit, there could have been someone, dear one, that could have ghosted you, and this person could have kind of broken your heart because you was really feeling this person. I'm hearing from spirit, this has something to do not so much with the person rejecting you as much as it had to do with there was some type of manipulation. I'm hearing energetic manipulation. Okay, I'm hearing spiritual manipulation where this person is kind of like energetically they became turned off to you. Okay, and it was nothing that you said, it was nothing that you done, okay? And you have been wondering for quite some time, damn, well, what did I say? Well, damn, well, what did I do? How did this happen? You know, we was doing so good. We was kicking it. We was doing this. We was doing that. We had plans to do this and do that, you know, next weekend. All of a sudden, you know, she ghosted me. All of a sudden, you know, he ghosted me. In the month of August, dear one, for whoever this message resonates with, come through, spirit, that person is going to come back around and they're going to confess to you what happened that caused a rift in you guys' connection. And they're going to let you know that it had nothing to do with you. Okay, it was nothing that you did, nothing that you said. But it has something to do with some type of manipulation, some type of I'm hearing intimidation. Ooh, come through spirit. For one particular energy, there was someone, my guy, this girl was really feeling you, okay? And you was really feeling her. But something that she didn't let you know was that she had a raggedy, janky ass, obsessed mutt duck in the background that was creating a lot of havoc and a lot of hell. And this person threatened you. And because this young lady was digging you so tough, she was like, no, no, nah, you ain't gonna do nothing to him. What you gonna do is mind your damn business. Okay, whatever. I'll call it off, but don't be stupid. I'm sick of your ass. Don't be stupid. Don't call him. Don't be doing this. Don't be doing that. Leave him alone. Okay, this is between me and you. This ain't got nothing to do with him. I'm hearing that in the ethers. Come through spirit. But in the month of August, whoever you are, sir, this young lady is going to come back around and she's going to confess and let you know why she had to ghost you. Why it went down the way that it went down, or she may have led you on purpose to believe that she was no longer into you or that you did something wrong, because that would have been the easiest way for you to walk away, because she knew that you had standards. You ain't gonna be moaning and crying over somebody that don't want your ass. You don't roll like that. So she gave you the message, you didn't understand it, but you took the message and you kept it moving, although it was still in the back of your head. Damn, well, what really happened? Well, in the month of August, sir, you're gonna find out what happened. Okay, that's for somebody. That message is coming through strong. Okay, a lot of things are going to come to light. Okay, and for others of you guys, okay, where you were once feeling hidden, where you were once feeling invisible, you're going to get noticed now. Okay, all of a sudden, you guys, now that young man or that young woman, they want to smile, they want to come over there to you, they want to holler. Okay, yeah, now always use your discernment. Okay, always use your discernment and say, in the back of your head, okay, who sent them? Okay, is this another mud duck challenge? Okay, or is this some of that new? I'm ready for the new. Okay, so always use discernment. Okay, scan their energy. Okay, look them in the eyes when they're talking. If they darting off and this and that, okay, that might be a red flag. Okay, but get to know the situation, get to know the energy, get to know the person, because I'm hearing from spirit in of August as it relates to you guys is getting back out there in the dating scene. Okay, it's going to happen for you guys. Okay, and you don't have to be afraid. Spirit says you can read the room, you can read the energy, so you don't have to be afraid anymore. Okay, yeah. Now, for those of you guys where you may be engaged or married, okay, I'm hearing from spirit there could have been some type of disconnect, could have been temporary, all relationships have its ups and downs, okay. There could have been a situation where, maybe you felt as though you weren't getting enough attention, you weren't getting enough love or support or validation. I'm hearing that in the month of August, okay, there's going to be some very deep, intimate conversations and connections, the likes of which you have never had before, where a lot of things that had you confused, a lot of things that had you in your feelings, a lot of things that led to misunderstandings, it's all going to be made clear. And in the month of August, you're going to now finally feel as though you're being heard. You're going to finally feel like you're being seen. You're going to finally feel like, your emotions and your opinions matter, okay? Because there could have been a season, dear one, for those of you guys where, if you're engaged or married or in a committed relationship, it could have been a season where you felt as though, your partner just doing whatever they want to do, not even consulting you. They spending money on big ticket items and not even letting you know, and it's you all's joint account, or anything like that. And you just felt, like you were not being heard, not being understood. You felt like there was a disconnect, or there could have been a disconnect, in the intimate area, in the bedroom. Okay. Yeah. But in the month of August, dear one, all of that is going to be made clear. I'm hearing deep, intimate conversations. Okay. More understanding and more time invested into each other. I'm also seeing in the month of August, some of you guys are going to be going on couples trips, excursions. Some of you guys might be booking, that bed and breakfast out over there in the hills, and do your thing, do you have your little wine and your cheese, and then, do what you do, and then come out and enjoy the land, and, be on the water and all of this and all of that. I'm seeing that. I'm seeing excursions. I'm seeing getaways, but it's all built around intimacy. Let us get away from the hustle and bustle of work, from responsibilities, from stress, from, I got to see about my mama every weekend. You got to see about your daddy and make sure he taking his prescriptions every weekend, and we got everything pulling at us. And, this has caused us to be pulled apart from each other, and we got to reconnect. So now, we got to tell everybody, listen, we going away for a couples weekend. Don't call, don't email, don't DM, don't send pigeons, goddamn it. Leave us alone, because we got to reconnect. And I see some of you guys doing that in the month of August and bringing back some harmony. Whereas before, you felt invisible. You felt like you weren't heard, like you weren't seen. You felt like a ghost. In the month of August, there's going to be an understanding, okay? So that's a very, very beautiful thing, okay? So something for the singles out there, and then also something for those of you guys who are couples, engaged, married, booed up in some way, shape, or form, okay? That's your T, okay? All right, so next message we have, you guys, for the August predictions. It will relate to your social circles, i.e. your friends or your acquaintances, okay, is what I'm hearing from Spirit. Now, let me make sure I did this right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right. And then 5. Okay, family life. Gotcha. Thank you, Spirit. So the next one, is your family life in terms of, your biological family or your marital family. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. We have the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. The 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay? I'm hearing from Spirit, dear one. In the month of August, you guys, I'm hearing from Spirit, you may have to stop telling people, come through Spirit, in your family, your biological family, stop telling your cousin, stop telling your mother, your grandma, your whoever, or for some of you guys, marital family, stop telling your mother-in-law, stop telling your brother-in-law, stop telling, pop or whoever, some of your business as it relates to your finances, okay? Because I'm feeling that there's a tinge of jealousy, and there's a tinge of competition that is brewing, okay, with certain family members in either your biological family or your marital family, where people are feeling as though next to you, they're feeling insecure. Next to you, they feel as though they're not doing enough. Next to you, they feel as though, you blazing and they're behind. And now it's making them want to do that whole keeping up with the Joneses type of things, to check up on you, not to see how you're doing, but just to see how you're doing financially, so that they can continue to compete with you. And there could be one particular person, dear one, whether this person is in your biological family or your marital family. This person, dear one, they're so tired of you winning that they're literally trying to prey on your downfall, okay? This speaks to one of you guys, or could be quite a few of you guys out there. You working well, you grounded, you stay. You've worked hard, and now you have accumulated some material possessions, okay? Or some of you guys, you've gone from struggling to now you are experiencing a level of stability. Others of you guys, you have a lot to show for the work that you guys have done. You have multiple streams of income, okay? And you guys, this will be on your level, okay? Because remember, I do read for a lot of different energies, okay? From the higher echelons of society, from Tom the CEO all the way down to Paul the janitor and everyone in between. So somewhere in the mix, you're in there, okay? But Spirit is saying, for those of you guys where that you may have come from nothing, or you may have always had something, and now this is just your MO. People know when they say your name that wealth is attached to your name, material possessions and opportunities and this and that is attached to your name. Or whether you're the type of person where you had to work for it and get it out of the mud, and now your hard work is now in the season showing itself. Whether you come from that grain or from the other grain, there are people come through Spirit looking at you now, and they don't like the fact that it seems like you just keep on winning. You just keep on, every time you talk to them, every time there's a Sunday dinner, every time there's a family get together or this or that, you have some clicking of the spoon and the knife, or clicking of the knife against the glass, the wine glass. You got some goddamn announcement, girl. You got some goddamn announcement, guy, about your latest, promotion, or your latest, asset that you acquired, okay? Your latest, stocks that you invested in, your stocks and bonds, your latest, toy, the toy that you earned and now you're going to show it off to everybody because, you worked for that, okay? You want everybody to see your red Corvette, okay? Little red Corvette. Okay, come through spirit. Yeah, you want everybody to see it, okay? And there are some people that want, they're not too happy about your success, your progress, your forward movement. So Spirit is saying in the month of August, some of y'all, it might hurt your feelings, but Spirit is saying, he got to let you know so that you can govern yourselves accordingly, because you may be just the type of person where you're just happy and you want everybody to partake. You want everybody to be happy for you when you get the toy. You want everybody to ride in it or ride on it. So you're trying to bring people up with you, but that's not the way that people are seeing it. Okay, yeah, sometimes what they say, the road to hell was paved with good intentions. You might end up in a dump, but you meant it to be another way. Okay, you meant it to be good and it just all went to shit. Okay, because you can't control how other people perceive what you putting down. Okay, you can't perceive how other people are picking up what you putting down, and the motive behind you doing it. So Spirit, in the month of August, you guys, he's going to kind of whisper in your ear and make it be known. Certain people, you need to stop telling them your good news. You need to stop telling them about your money and your finances, your financial portfolio, your material possessions, your raise, your this, your that. Either of it happening to you, or of it happening to your spouse, or of it happening to someone around you. Okay, just kind of put a lid on it, because you guys got to realize, even though you're blessed and highly favored, there are still a lot of people around you guys that are struggling. There are a lot of people around you guys that may be going through their karma that you absolutely didn't know anything about, or you didn't have anything to do with. Okay, so everybody is not going to take too kindly to your blessings, to your opportunities, to your prosperity. So Spirit is saying in the month of August, now he's going to show you certain people, their reactions. Don't get offended. Don't get your feelings hurt. This is your warning. Okay, this is your heads up. Okay, when you start about to say something about some good news and that person goes radio silent, that's a clue. Don't tell them no more. They can't handle your good news. They don't want to hear it, okay? So keep it to yourself, okay? You want to shout it to the mountaintops, go journal about it, okay? Go make a video about it and put that mofo on private, okay? Learn how to keep your business to yourself, okay? In the month of August is what I'm hearing from Spirit, okay? And as you guys begin to do that, you're going to notice that you're going to feel a lot more lighter, okay? Some of you guys, you have been feeling kind of heavy, where even with your good news, even with your blessings, you may have been feeling kind of guilty, kind of ashamed that like you feel like you're the only one, or you're of the few among everyone, okay, in your bio or marital family that's being so blessed, and it kind of made you feel guilty. People were playing on that, and that's why they had their hands out. Some of you guys, one or two of you guys, your ass is in debt because you were trying to help everybody else feel as though they are part of the gravy train. They are part of the, the blessed and gifted and highly favored, and now your money is in arrears because you're trying to make them feel, not as ashamed and not as jealous or not as feeling left out over the blessings that you received. And this is called some type of lack in your life. So you got to get it together, girl. You got to get it together, guy. Okay. You giving people money, giving people gifts, lavish gifts that they don't deserve, making them feel as though they're entitled to your money, and half the time they can't say thank you. That's not going to stop them from being jealous of you. They still going to be jealous of your ass. They just going to take your money anyway. Okay. That's for somebody. Okay. Yeah. When your mama or mother-in-law that really don't feel that too good about you, yeah, when you get through buying her those expensive pearls for her birthday, okay, when you get through flipping that bill for, a family member to go on a cruise that they couldn't goddamn afford, okay, when you get through doing this and doing that, don't you know when they get back from that cruise, and even all during the cruise, or when they get through wearing those pearls, wherever they wear them, they still gonna feel the same about your ass, even though they like the gift, okay? So Spirit saying be mindful of that. And in the month of August, a lot of that is going to be brought to you guys' attention, okay? All right, so that's y'all's tea. in turning your in terms of your family life, whether it's biological and or marital. Okay, so next up, guys, we have your social circles. Okay, this could be friends or acquaintances, things of that nature. Okay, and we have the card, you guys, the number 11, balance in reverse. Okay, so I'm hearing from Spirit One, right off the bat, you guys have some friends, you guys have some acquaintances where, you know, they have been becoming a little bit of a burden to you guys. You know, it could be that they're stressing you out, they're always calling you, they're trying to dump their problems off on you. Whoever you are, dear one, you are the strong friend in that group. Okay, and I always say, you know, if you the smartest person in that group, you in the wrong group. Okay, because you need to be in a situation, you need to be in a group where it's iron sharpening iron. You know, everybody may not know the same thing to the same capacity, but you know, everybody, you know, come into the drawing board with something that they offer, you know, like a bartering thing. So, you know, you could be intelligent, but somebody else is humorous. You can be, that person could be humorous, but somebody else is intellectual. You can be intellectual, but somebody else got money to help you in a bind, and, you know, they know you're going to pay them back, okay? You can have that. So somebody, come through Spirit, somebody got to be coming to the table with something now, and it can't be you. You can't be the only one that's giving out to everybody else, you know, like you goddamn Oprah. You get a car, you get a car. No, fuck that. I give you a car, now what the fuck you gonna give me? Yeah. Okay, I'm taking us to this party. I'm flipping, you know, the valet parking bill. Who gonna chip in and pay for the check when we eat? Okay. While I, you know, hosted this trip, this cruise, okay, who gonna pay me back for, you know, the trips when we went on the excursions? Now y'all got to come with it now. I'm giving some, you gotta give me some, okay? I throw it out, you gotta throw it back, goddammit. This needs to be like the infinity sign, you know, equal give and take, okay? But some of you guys, dear one, come through Spirit. In the month of August, it's beginning to become a little bit clear to some of you guys out there, okay, that who you're rolling with, you know, your homeboys, your homegirls, or some of you guys, you know, you could have certain family members, you've made them like, you know, your friend group or whatever, you hang out with them like they're your besties or whatever. Some of you guys, you're going to find out that, hey, this person, this group is bringing some instability, okay, into my life. Okay, they're becoming more of an emotional burden, they're becoming more of a liability more than an asset. Okay, they're stressing me out, or they're expecting too much of me and not giving anything in return. Or damn, every time I hang out with this person, every time I hang out with these people, they get me caught up in some bullshit. I don't got time, because listen now, I got more to lose. You know, I'm at a, you know, I'm on that grown man shit now. I'm on that grown woman shit now. I can't be hanging around just partying and, you know, throwing it, you know, pissing in the wind. You know, I got people that depend on me. Hell, I depend on myself. You know, I got grown man bills, grown woman bills. I can't be getting caught up with no bullshit, no fuckery now. But some of you guys are coming to the understanding that you have outgrown, come through Spirit, you guys have outgrown certain people, certain cliques, certain groups. Okay, it's time for you to come out from among them, okay? Because they're causing some type of imbalance in your life. They're causing you to get caught up. You're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Now everybody eyeballing your ass. Now everybody got all these questions. They want to check you. Now it's all of a bunch of he say, she say. You like, whoa, hold up, partner. I ain't had nothing to do with that. I was just riding. You know, I ain't had nothing to do with that. You know, you need to talk to homeboy. You need to talk to homegirl. You need to get out of my face talking crazy now. You go ahead on. Yeah. Some of you guys are finding out that, you know, it's time for you to cut some of these people loose, okay? Because they are becoming like a negative influence on your life as you are beginning to change and evolve, okay? A lot of you guys very rapidly, very quickly. And some of you guys, you have noticed that you have changed so rapidly, so quickly, that it almost made you feel guilty that you know deep down inside you have outgrown these people. But you were still trying to hold on to them. And so because of that, your ancestors and spirit was making more and more difficult for you to stay with them. So little shit started happening. All of a sudden, stuff started coming back to you. He say, she said. You're like, what? All of a sudden, you know, it started to become clear. Somebody's mouth can't hold water because you told this person something in confidence. And now, how come Eddie know and I only told Joseph? How come Eddie and his girl know? How come Eddie, his girl, his goddamn mother, and one of my other homeboys that I ain't talked to in 2 months? How come all of these motherfuckers know and I only told one person? Yeah. You're getting evidence there one day. You know, there's some people in your circle. and it's not necessarily that they all have to be bad. They don't all have to be gunning for you. They don't all have to be trying to, come for your throat or nothing like that. But it's just that as you continue to evolve, you just simply outgrow people. Yeah, it's just simply time to say, this friendship, this crew has outgrown its space in my life, and I have outgrown it, and it's time for me to move on. And the longer you stay, the more imbalance and the more drama is going to be stirred up, because that spirit's way of getting you to wake up and see that it is time for you to move on. And you can't be feeling guilty. You can't be feeling, well, this my dog, we've been rolling since we was at the uni, we pledged together, that's my dog. Yeah, well, your dog gonna get your ass caught up, because see, his mind ain't right. He still wanna party like he back at the uni, and you on your grown man shit, okay? You got a lot more to lose than your partner, so it's time for y'all to part ways before it get real ugly. Okay, that's for somebody, okay? Come through, spirit. So in the month of August, you guys, Spirit is going to be enlightening you guys, okay, to who are these people in your friend group, who you roll with, your social group, and how it's time for you to go your own way, because they can't keep your secrets. They're not loyal the way that you're loyal. They're not coming to the table with equal reciprocity, okay? Some of them just want, they still on that play shit, and they gonna get you caught up at the wrong place at the wrong time, and you got more to lose than these people, okay? It's going to be made known to you guys in the month of August, okay? And Spirit is like, don't be afraid to clean slate. Don't be afraid to clean house, because once you do that, then you're making room for fresh new people, fresh new energy to come into your life, and they're going to be more of an accurate representation of where you are now and where you're headed, as opposed to where you have been. Okay, that's for somebody. Okay, never be afraid to start over. Okay, a lot of times you guys block your blessings because you have the wrong people around you, the wrong people in your crew, and it's time for you to let them go. Okay, you worrying about stocks and bonds, and worrying about term insurance, life insurance, your baby on the way. You worried about how much is this crib, and can I get this hooked up in the back of my SUV for my baby that's about to be arriving soon. You not really relating with some of your other homeboys that's talking about, yeah, let's go make it rain, let's go slap that ass, let's go whoop de whoop and this and that. No, your whoop de whoop and this and that is over, bruh. Okay, you got a little one on the way, and if you keep on hanging around that crew, and they still want to slap ass and bend over and slap it, jiggle, giving all that goddamn money away to these randoms, you gonna get caught up, partner. It's time to let it go, okay? Think I better let it go. Dum 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 dum. Like another love TKO. I love you, bro. We was down into it. We was into the shit together. We was in the trenches together, bro. I had your back, you had mine. Okay, remember that time, bro? They was about to jump you and I jumped in it and we whooped their ass. Yeah, but them days are over. You on your grown man shit now. Bruh, you 32. You get out there trying to get into a goddamn fight with a bunch of people that ain't got nothing to do with you. You gonna come back, your goddamn knee gonna be busted, your hip gonna be busted, your back gonna be thrown out. Now look here now, you ain't got time for them type of games. You on your grown man shit, okay? So some of y'all, it's time to let it go, okay? I love you, bro, but I gotta let it go. I love you, sis, but I gotta let it miss, okay? Come through, spirit. I gotta, I say hi to you, and this and that, but I gotta keep it moving now because I'm on some other stuff, okay? A lot of you guys are going to be brought to this realization in the month of August, and Spirit is going to help you guys make those moves. So it doesn't have to be nasty. It doesn't have to be a big drawn out brawl or fight or this or that. Man, I'm going to kick your ass because, I saw you looking at my woman. Nah, it ain't got to be nothing that dramatic. It's just that, mentality wise and purpose wise, where you're headed, the trajectory that you're headed versus the people that you are hanging around now, it's no longer in alignment. So you got to cut them loose, okay? It's just as simple as that, okay? All right. So That's you guys' tea, okay, in terms of your social circle and your friends, okay? A lot of the energy for the divine masculines has come through as well, okay? Now, next message for you guys for August predictions, we're going to focus on what's hidden that's good, okay? Now, when I saw this card, I didn't know which particular item it was going to be for until I started writing stuff down. But it will seem weird that a good thing that's hidden is that you have a copycat. But I'm hearing from Spirit, dear one, for those of you guys where this message resonates, okay, you guys could have known for quite some time that you have someone that is trying to commit some type of identity fraud, or someone that is trying to make money off of your name. Maybe they're trying to copy, your business logo, your business name. Okay, maybe they're going on different social media platforms and they're trying to pretend as though they're you. And if you have an online business, it's like they're taking money out of your pocket because people may be, sending them Venmos and Cash Apps thinking that is you. Okay, but they didn't see that Lisa 123 _1 is a scammer, and your name is Lisa 123, just straight out with no extra words or symbols. Okay, so I'm hearing from Spirit in the month of August, come through Spirit, some of you guys are going to be made aware of what is going on, and someone else on your behalf is going to report this copycat or report this person, okay, or they're going to bring it to your attention. And some of them, for one or two of you guys, depending on how thick this is for you, in terms of somebody trying to copycat or, create some type of identity scam or identity fraud with your personality, okay, or your image, okay, or your identity, you might have enough evidence that you were looking for to sue this motherfucker. And you're going to win, is what I'm hearing from Spirit. This applies to one person, okay? So the good news is that your copycats who, throughout all of this time, up until the month of August, they really thought they were doing something. They really thought they was getting away with shit. They really thought that, they were stealing your clients and customers, pretending to be you, okay? They really thought that, they was going to do good and, whatever business you're working on, they was going to take it over there on Etsy and then try to, mimic the same thing that you're doing and, make money off of your design, off of your brand, off of your product and not get caught, okay? Yeah, well, they have to get caught now, okay? And they're going to have some consequences to that, okay? It's going to be, for some of you guys, legal consequences, for others of you guys, financial consequences, and for others of you guys, I'm hearing from Spirit, your ancestors are so about it now that they like, nah, baby girl, you just sit tight, okay? Nah, baby boy, hold tight, okay? What I'm going to do, I'm going to hit their ass in the spirit, okay? Yeah, they so busy copying your ass, but they ain't going to be able to continue copying your ass when they can't motherfucking walk, okay? When they can't see, when that asthma attack send their ass to the fucking ER, okay? When this happened and that happened, okay? When they can't go to the library to get online to try to scam your ass because they ain't got no fucking internet at home if they broke your ass, okay? And when I cause their goddamn car to break down, and that's gonna set their ass back and make them sit down and think, does me being a goddamn raggedy ass copycat and scammer have anything to do with now I'm having, health issues, now I'm having relationship issues, now, my pipe bursted, I gotta come up with money for that, okay? Now, somebody, broke into my car, I gotta pay for that. Does this have anything to do with me being a janky motherfucker? Yeah, okay? So, come through Spirit. I'm hearing from Spirit that it depends on the situation for you guys. But for those of you guys where you know that this message in some way, shape, or form, it applies to you, that you know that you have a copycat, okay? Someone that is really trying to take money out of your mouth. Someone that is really trying to defame you, okay? Even use your likeness and your image and go on, I'm hearing, porn sites, go on the dark web, okay? Go on all of these dating sites and they're pretending to be you. Now, see, that's some janky ass shit because they're literally trying to, gather up the most seediest, sketchiest, bottom gutter type of people and send them your way. And that could put you in harm's way. That will go beyond your business reputation, go beyond your personal credibility. This could get you hurt. This could get you targeted to be assaulted, okay? Now, for these serious type of situations and cases, okay, yeah, your ancestors are on the move, honey, whoever you are, or guy, whoever you are, okay? And for some of you guys, there's going to be a spiritual hit, where, all of a sudden, they're going to have some serious health issues, and, things going to be happening, coming left field, coming right field, and they're not going to be able to put their hand on it and their name on it, figure out what the hell is going on. Like, I'm hearing just shit is going to just hit the fan, all hell going to break loose. Yeah, it's going to be something like that. And for others of you guys, it's going to be spiritual and financial. Oh, we getting in your pockets, buddy, because that's the only language that your dumb ass understand. So now we going to hit you where it hurts, okay? Show me the money. And for some of you guys, it's going to be a combination. Some of you guys, it's going to be like some type of come through spirit, public humiliation, okay? Because whoever is copycatting, they have the audacity to be the type of person where they feel as though, they're above reproach, and, how they're perceived is very important to them. So, they have this certain, persona, and, to be exposed would be their ultimate downfall, okay? Now, for whoever this message resonates, however way that is going to really kick them in their ass is how the good news is that they going to get it, okay? And they going to get it good, okay? Whether it be public humiliation, whether it be, legal situations coming about, getting sued, going to court, yada, yada, some type of payout, okay? Whether you're going to jail, whether they're going to jail, or some of them, your ancestors going to give them hell. Okay, they ain't gonna be able to sleep at night. Okay, they gonna wake up with scratches and shit on their body. Okay, they gonna be haunted. Okay, your ancestors gonna be the ghosts. Now they gonna be boogity boo all up on that ass. Okay, they gonna be like, damn, what was that? What was that dark shadowy figure that I saw out the side of my eye when I rolled over? God damn it, ain't nobody in here but me. What was that? What was that? Yeah, what was that? What was that, motherfucker? Oh, hell no. Why did a plate drop on the floor? I know I washed them damn dishes before I went to bed. What the hell was that? What the hell was that? Yeah. What was that, motherfucker? What was that? So, the good news, you guys, is that I'm hearing spirit is on the case. Your ancestors are on the case, okay? And things are happening. Consequences are happening from the higher realms and also in the 3D tangible realm, okay? For this particular copycat that was fucking with you, taking money out of your mouth, damaging your credibility, your reputation, putting you in harm's way, doing some stupid ass, janky ass shit, okay? Giving your information to these criminals and these PDF files on the dark web, okay? All types of stuff like that. Ooh, y'all, they about to get it, y'all. And they running scared now. They running scared, okay? We might have to do another reading on this because, to see motherfuckers get their consequence, to get that open can of kickassery, that gives your girl joy, okay? Not joy, I say joy. Okay, motherfucker. Because, y'all need to learn how to stop messing with people that ain't messing with y'all. Y'all need to learn how to stop fucking with people that ain't fucking with you. Okay? And I love to see it. I love it when, our ancestors ride at dawn and get on their ass. I love it. Okay? Well, that's a little bit, dear one, of what's going down, okay, at your side of town for the August predictions for, what's hidden that's good as it relates to this copycat, okay? Now, last message, you guys, is what's hidden that's not so good, okay, for the month of August. And this was in reverse, guys. I'm going to flip it so you guys can see it again. We have I Want to Be You, okay? I Want to Be You. I also just heard that old school song, I want to be your man. I want to be your man. Come through, spirit, old school. Now, for one particular energy that just wanted to come through, dear one, whoever this particular energy is, this person, not only do they want to be you on the low, but they also want to be your man. So this is a weirdo here. They don't know whether they want to be you or fuck you, okay? It's giving schizophrenia. It's giving that this person has put you so much on a pedestal that they're literally trying to, steal pieces and parts of your personality, your essence, and what you do, because they want to try to pretend as though they are embodying that same thing, okay? It's very weird, okay? But again, For the I want to be you in reverse, okay? This is not good, dear one, because I'm hearing from spirit. This particular person, whomever they are, they could be a little bit too close for comfort, okay? Meaning that they could be, 6 degrees of separation or less, okay? This could be someone in your friend group and you think that they're cool, that they got your best interests at heart. Oh my, and for one or two of you guys, this could be somebody you're dating and somebody that you're intimate with. You're sleeping with the enemy, honey. You're sleeping with the enemy, bruh, and you have no idea that this mofo wants to be you on the low low. It's giving destiny swap. It's giving the best way that I can embody this person is to be so up and close and personal to them in some type of relationship or some type of friendship, or just, impose myself into their life, that I know everything about them and, their ups, their downs, their strengths, their weaknesses, what they like, what they don't like, how they react, how they respond, and then literally try to, take on their persona, because I really don't like them, but I like what they represent. I really don't like them, but I like their look. I like their swag. Come through, spirit. Yeah, they didn't want that part to come out. We rebuke the bitches. The message will get out. Hold on, guys. Let me take a sip. All right. Come through, spirit. So yeah, that one really hit some energy. Yeah. When I said that, they really want to embody the essence of who you are. And so to them, the best way to do that is to just really be with you. And I'm hearing destiny swap, because it's like literally if they want to be intimate with you, they want to sleep with you. It's like they want to pull your energy, your essence into them. Like literally, they want to feed off of you. And this is like, this is a secret agenda that they have, okay? And some of you guys up to this point, you may not have been privy that, your bestie want to be you, but don't like your ass, is giving single white female, okay? Your bro, this sis that's with you that claim that they love you, you they world and this or that. They really can't stand your ass, but they sleeping with you. You sleeping with the enemy, girl. You're sleeping with the enemy, guy. So it's going to be made known to you guys in the month of August, because I'm hearing from Spirit. Spirit is going to turn up the heat. He's going to turn up the volume. So where there were situations where you looked at this person and you was like, or you raised your eyebrow, you scratched your head, something is going to happen that's going to be undeniable, where you're going to be able to say, hey, this motherfucker ain't right. This bitch played me. This person betrayed me. This person literally tried to hurt me. And they think I'm stupid. This person literally tried to sabotage me. And then they tried to explain it away and say that I'm just being too sensitive or I'm reading into something. No, the fuck I ain't. I saw what you did. I was looking right at you when you did it. Yeah, come through, Spirit. Something is going to be made very aware to you guys, that there is someone in your camp, someone in your inner circle, someone that is posing as your friend, someone that is posing as your lover, someone that is posing as a family member that claim that they got your back. Well, it's going to be revealed that they trying to stab you in it. But, they have this type of mentality of, I keep my friends close and my enemies closer. You think that this person is trying to be with you or close to you because they love you. Nah, they want to keep their eyes on you. This is an enemy. They into that Machiavellian shit. Okay? I want to keep you close to me, ho, so that I can see everything that you're doing, so that I can see where your strengths lie, where your weaknesses lie, so I will know how to strike, when to strike, and then I'll just come up looking, innocent. I ain't had nothing to do with it. Why would you think I'm trying to do that? I love you, boo. Why do you think I'm trying to do that? I'm your girl. I got your back, baby. I'm holding it down. Why would I do that? This a lying motherfucker. And Spirit is going to make it known, okay? It's time for you to clean out your camp, okay? Because somebody, dear one, they have taken on this type of agenda that they want to be you so bad on the low that, that's the only reason why they dating you. That's the only reason why they pretend to be your friend. That's the only reason why they pretend to be that family member that you can confide in. They want to call your ass every Wednesday and Sunday, and you like, wow, Auntie sure is, she sure is checking up on me. She sure is trying to make sure I'm okay. She sure do love me. Bullshit. Auntie checking up on your ass because she trying to get the deets, baby, of what you doing. Because if I'm something that she don't like, or if it's something that she jealous of, or it's something that you know she feel like you shouldn't have it and her daughter or son should have, this bitch gonna be trying to do some destiny swapping. This bitch gonna try to have you on the altar. Now, you know, she can't strike if she don't know what's going on. And that's why she's calling your ass every Wednesday and Sunday. You better get hip to the game. Come through, spirit. That's for somebody, okay? But in the month of August, dear one, whoever you are, and if you weren't quite sure, beyond a shadow of a doubt, oh, I just feel funny when I be around this person, but nah, I'm reading too much into things. Oh, I just feel, you know, kind of funny, you know, the way my baby looked at me, or the way, you know, old girl looked at me. Nah, I'm seeing too, I'm watching too much of Sage, you know, I'm reading too much into shit, you know, let me just take a break. I'm thinking too much into this, okay? Nah, no, you're not, okay? But Spirit is going to turn up the heat, dear one, so that your doubts can be very, very clear. Yeah, you saw what you saw, you heard what you heard, you felt what you felt, and it was right, okay? This person means you no good. They so busy trying to copycat off you and be just like you. They don't like you. They don't have your best interest at heart. But it's something that you have. It's something that you represent. It's something that you're gonna get. It's that energy on you, baby. It's that God body that they want. They don't like your ass, but they like what you got. They don't like your ass, but they like what you represent. And they feel as though, you know, the closer they are to you, that some of that's going to rub off on them. And then they'll get to the point where they can figure out your blueprint without having to put in the sweat equity and the work. And then once they get it, they can knock you out the box and take your place. There's a motherfucker, come through, spirit, somebody they want that wants to be you. They want to be a better version of you than you are yourself. Now, where the hell they do that at, okay? And they watching you closely. Yeah, this could be someone where you might feel flattered because it's like, you know, you decided, hey, I want to, you know, try out for auditions to be on some commercials, or, you know, maybe my child can do this or do that. And then all of a sudden now they want to do it, okay? And you might be like, oh, okay, I got somebody that's going to roll with me. My girl going to roll with me to the audition, so I won't be nervous, or we going to do it together. Nah. That's how she trying to paint it. This bitch want to take your spot. That's why she trying to go to every audition you go to. And believe me, honey, she rehearsing them lines just like you rehearsing them. And she waiting to get in where she fit in, so that the minute that you let your guard down or turn your back, she gonna be like, okay, well, since I'm here, I want to audition too. And then you looking at her like, what? You was just supposed to be coming to support me. Well, I am supporting you, sis. I'm supporting you, but hell, you know, since I'm here, it's not like I'm gonna get it. You know, I'm not really an actor. I'm not trying to be an actor. I'm not trying to be an actress. I'm not trying to be on stage. But you know, it just looked like fun. I just want to try it. That's all. And that bitch been practicing and going over her lines for goddamn 2 months and shit. Okay, she ready. She ready to take your spot. Okay, I say be aware now. Spirit is gonna make it known for all of you guys where you thought that these people that had your best interests at heart, that they was just calling to check up on you because they love you, that they just wanted to be near you to support you. Nah, they got something else up their sleeve, and it has a lot more to do with the fact that you got something that they want. You got something that they don't have, and they want it for themselves, and they want to take it from you. And then once they get it, they can knock you out the box. Okay, so you better beware. But in the month of August, Spirit is gonna make you aware. Now, once he does, okay, don't put your head in the sand and pretend as though you don't see what he just showed you. Now, don't pretend as though you don't see the pink elephant in the room. Now, he showed you that for a reason, because if you keep ignoring, it'll get to the point where now the bitch gets, they get bold, they get brazen, and now they start doing janky, treacherous shit now. So they gonna up the ante until you snuff them out, smell them out, and get rid of their ass. Okay, in the month of August, it's going to become a part of, it's going to come into full play. And Spirit says, open your eyes, open up your ears, particularly for those of you guys. Now, look here now. Come through, Spirit. Those of y'all that's finding your girl Sage, those of you girls and my guys that's been rocking with me from the beginning. Okay, I think I started in 2020. I've been over here for a long time, you know, slow and steady wins the race over here at this motherfucker, okay? But for those of you guys who are now seeing me, and for those of you guys who have been with me for a while, you all represent that collective where you're destined to be something special. And that is why so many people have come for you. That is why so many people have been gunning for your ass. And usually it's people around you that, you know, for all intents and purposes, these were people that you're supposed to be able to trust. These are people that you love, that you like, that you supported. Come through, Spirit, with that confirmation. We know it to be true. These are people that you poured into, you encouraged, you wanted the best for them. These are the same motherfuckers that have become your number one ops, that have infiltrated themselves into your inner circle so that they can get up close and personal to you to take you out. Because they want to be you. They want to be who you are. They want what you got. But Spirit say it won't be so. Okay? In the month of August, he's going to make it clear. Okay? Come through, Spirit. So yeah, y'all, that is your tea, okay? Your August predictions, okay? The tea that you need to set you free, all right? So I'm going to read some of the messages, you guys. I'll try to read as many as I can, okay? If I can't read that many, I'll just wait until after the video processes, and then I'll read it at another time, I'm going to give you guys a few shout outs, okay? I thank you guys for coming in to say hi in the chat, okay? For hollering at you, girl. All right. And let's see what we got here. Why is my screen doing this? Hold on. It don't want me to read, y'all. Okay, hold on. All right, so now we have Cersei. What's up, Cersei? How are you, love? I saw you. Cersei was number 1 in the chat, okay? Cersei is gunning for a spot, y'all. I want y'all to know to get that free yes or no oracle message. She gunning for it, okay? And she definitely the top 5. I want to let you know that because I see you a lot. I appreciate your support, Cersei. I appreciate it very much, okay? All right. And then we have Jamike or Jamike 38, okay? Yeah, I sent a lot of different emojis that's showing that, the message has resonated with her, okay? So welcome, welcome. I believe this is my first time seeing you, Jamika, or Jamike, or Jamike. However you say that, I hope I didn't butcher your name too much, okay? It could be Jamike, could be Jamaki. But welcome. I hope to see you more, love, okay, whoever you are. And then we have Rico King, D1I, has sent the smiling faces and the 100. So Rico was definitely feeling the message, okay? Something very much so resonated, okay? I'm glad that it resonated with you. Rico, I think this is my first time seeing you as well, sir, okay? And I hope to see you more, okay? And welcome to the Vibe Tribe, okay? Then we have Brandy Turner, okay? Brandy Turner F9V says it happened yesterday. A guy said, "Hey, beautiful." Now that's beautiful, Brandy, okay? So see, look at Spirit coming through to give you a message just for you, okay? Bars. I didn't even mean for that to rhyme, okay? But yeah, as the cloak of invisibility has been lifted off of you guys, okay? You're no longer, wearing that energy of being a ghost. People can actually see you guys now, okay? So, get ready for it to be, on and popping, Brandy. You're going to be going on dates. You're going to be entertaining suitors. You're going to be looking and seeing, who's worthy of me to go on this dinner date and who I'll just, leave it at that, okay? Who I should maybe just keep in the friend zone and who, maybe this could lead into something more, okay? So now Spirit says have fun with it, okay? You making up for lost time because, somebody had you on a shelf. Somebody had you cloaked, okay? But now the spell has been lifted. This is a beautiful thing, okay? Now, Brandy, okay, if it leads to something beautiful and harmonious, you're going to have to come back and give your testament and let your girl know, that everything is, good in your neighborhood, okay? So, yeah, hope all goes well, but have fun, okay? Have fun, absolutely. And then Rico King has given me the balance scales. Okay, yeah, so he's definitely focusing on something in the read that said, yeah, I'm definitely going to get my justice. Okay, so love to see it, Rico. Love to see it. Then we have Hassan Man, okay, has given me the, the strong arm, okay. So he's definitely, in resonation with the message, okay. Definitely feel as though, yeah, it's a strong message for him, okay. So very good. And then Women 085 says a now, okay. I don't know what you mean by that, love, okay. Maybe you were trying to finish a sentence and you got distracted or something, okay. And then I see Can't Rain All the Time 777. I love that name. Okay, you say hi. How are you, love? How is it going? Okay, hope that you're doing well today. Okay, and then we have Michael Cofield K10 says hi. What up, Michael? How are you, sir? I believe that you're new as well. Can't Rain All the Time. You're new. I hope to see you guys more. Okay, welcome to the tribe. You guys are welcome here. Okay. And the more that you show up and, come get this tea that you need to set you free, and then, leave beautiful comments to show how the messages are resonating with you on the days when I select a particular person to give them a free oracle yes or no message, it'll be of those that I am seeing more and more in the chat, so that I'll know that you guys are, you're part of the tribe and you're not just, a passerby, okay? So welcome, welcome. And then Dustin says, hi, Dustin, how are you? Okay, I believe you're new as well. The same message applies to you, sir. I want to see you more. Okay, welcome to the tribe. Okay, and Rico King has given me a lot of facts, checks, and 100s to let me know that the message is spot on. Okay, Lady Eve, I've seen you maybe once or twice, love, so welcome back to you. Lady Eve 4160 has given me the 3 beautiful cute little emojis that are clapping and smiling. That is just so adorable. Okay, and hi, Sunflower Kisses 4336, I think I saw you the other day, love. Okay, welcome. All right, yeah, I hope to see you more. Okay, and show yourself as one of the Vibe tribe. Okay, and then Beverly's Humpter 3168, I recognize you as well. Welcome, love. She says hello, hi, how are you? Okay, I hope to see you guys more as well. Okay, so yeah, guys, in a nutshell, that was today's tea. Okay, I hope that you guys got some very relevant messages that, you can go into the month of August, okay, keeping these messages in mind, okay? And I'm going to turn it loose so you guys can continue to enjoy the rest of your beautiful day, evening, morning, noon, or night, whatever time that it is in your neck of the woods, okay? And yeah, until next time, you guys, stay beautiful. Oh, let me tell y'all one more thing. Coming soon, I'm going to choose a Sunday. I'll, of course, announce it in the community post. So I want you guys to always kind of, from time to time, kind of check out my community post and see what I got going on, okay? But I'm going to announce when I'm going to start making available, maybe twice a month or so, on a Sunday, $10 super chat, easy, convenient readings for you guys, okay? Where you can ask a question, whether it be a 1-card pull or whether it be a yes or no oracle message for just a $10 chat, so that you guys can get your questions answered. And this was particularly for my international subbies and supporters, because for my business, I only work with U.S. customers only. So Spirit was like, go ahead on and introduce something that'll be, very affordable, but also very convenient for those who are outside of the United States. So I'll be doing that soon. But also those of you guys who are in the States as well, okay, you guys can participate as well, okay? And, on those days, you can, if you would like, have an opportunity to get a free, not a free, I'm sorry, get a convenient $10 reading, okay? And all you have to do is just super chat me, okay? So that's coming soon. And then also, you guys, I'm going to rev back up the members only, okay? I'll let you guys know when it's going to be open. So on the back end, I'll be creating some members only videos for you guys. And for those of you guys who are interested, okay, you guys can join the members only, and we'll have some exclusive tarot and channel messages and divination readings over there as well. I think over there I'll also do a lot of zodiac sign readings too, particular zodiac sign readings, and some other stuff. I'm going to meditate on it, okay? But I'll let you guys know. But that's something coming down the pipe that I wanted to bring to you guys' attention, okay? So you guys be looking out for that, okay? All right. Also, y'all check out my blog site called WizDOM at www.onewizesage.com. I usually always have like a video over there, like a YouTube video. I also have like, posts over there, numerology, cards of the day, a lot of cool stuff over there, okay? So you guys can check that out. That's a lot of free tea over there for you guys. You don't have to be a member. You don't have to pay. And everything is ad-free, censor-free, okay? And troll-free, okay? So that's a part of, a community that I have created for you guys. You just going over there and look at it at your leisure and get the tea that you need, okay? So I just want to let you guys know. And also that link is in my bio as well, okay? All right, loves. So I will see you guys later, okay? And until next time, you guys, stay beautiful, stay blessed, and stay great. Peace.